Om Shanti. Greetings of peace. So, first of all, welcome all of you to this 5-day basic Rajyoga meditation course. And as you know, this course is going to be online only on Zoom and it will be in English. So, I hope everyone is comfortable with the language. So, good evening and good morning to those who are listening from outside India. Actually, let me introduce myself before we begin with the class. Myself is BK Ashish. I'm currently in Pune, in India. I have been following this Rajyoga meditation practice for over 16 years now. And I received this knowledge back in USA when I was working there for Microsoft. And as you know, even in IT firm or anywhere you work these days, there is a lot of stress, a lot of tension. And I used to go through the same. There was a phase in my life where I was depressed. I actually had to go to a counselor because there was no way out for me. But then I came to know about Brahma Kumaris. I did this course and life just changed. It completely changed. Because this knowledge was so simple and this knowledge was so practical that within 1 week I started seeing changes in my thinking. So the meditation that we are going to learn here is all about the way we think. It works on the mind. It increases our mind power. And so I would request all of you to listen to all those 5 days. Don't miss any day, because every session is connected with the other. So if you miss in between, it will be difficult for you to digest the information of the next session. So take the time out and complete this course, which is a basic meditation course. Of course, there is an advanced meditation course as well after this, but that depends on your interest. So if many of you say that, okay, we are interested in the advanced course, which we'll see at the end on Friday, then we can continue with that course as well. But with this course, what is going to happen is that you will be able to meditate. And by meditate, I mean you'll be able to control your thoughts. I was going through your responses in the forms that you had filled. Many of you had mentioned that I want peace of mind. I want clarity of thoughts. I have certain addictions that I want to get rid of. And it is all possible with meditation. It's very easy. Don't even think that it's going to be difficult. It's very easy. But all we need to do is whatever instructions are being given in this course, you follow those. Like when you go to a doctor, first of all, when do we go to a doctor? When we are not feeling well. That's the time when we go to a doctor, when we are sick. And doctor prescribes certain medications for you, right? After coming back, after coming home, if we don't take those medications, do we think we'll get well soon? It's not going to work. Same way, here the disease is with the mind. And so if we want to get well soon, we want that clarity of thoughts, we want that stability of mind, then whatever instructions are being given here, or whatever homework is given here, we will all practice that at home. Then we'll start seeing the results immediately. And so meditation at the end of this course, I would guarantee you that if you practice what has been told in these sessions, you'll be able to meditate well. First thing, meditation is not about being thoughtless. We are not going to be thoughtless. We are going to create the right kind of thoughts. And what are those right kind of thoughts? For that, we need knowledge. We need information. And that is why all these 5 days, we are going to go through certain information which is related with us. That information will help you to see a situation in a different angle, in a different perspective. And so when you start seeing a same situation in a different perspective, it becomes easy to handle that situation. So the overview of this course, first thing, we are going to learn about ourselves, who we are, who am I? The biggest question that most of us don't know about. Secondly, we are going to know about who is God and why is God required in our lives, because there is a misconception about God as well. We'll learn about the actual meditation technique on the third day, how exactly we are going to meditate. Fourth day, we are going to talk about philosophy of karma, how every action that we perform has an impact on our lives and onto the environment. We also will talk about rebirth, how exactly we take rebirth. Everything that we are doing right now, everything we are thinking right now, how much impact does it have? And on the last day, we'll see what our future holds. So that is going to be the overview of this entire course. And for that, for the first session, today we are going to learn about ourselves. It's interesting, right? We have been living our lives for so many years without knowing who we are. Have you seen those movies where someone has, Alzheimer or something, which they don't remember anything, and what will be their condition? They'll be wandering, they'll be, searching for something all the time. They won't be happy. And so when we look at our lives today, how many of you can say that I'm happy all the time? All the time. We are happy, certainly, when something happens according to us. Definitely we feel that happiness. But the moment something doesn't happen according to us, where does that happiness go? And do we want to be 24/7 happy? That is the question. That is the question that you all have to ask yourself. If you think, no, I want to have that tension little bit once in a while, if I want to have that sorrow once in a while, then you are already good. You don't need meditation. But if you want to get well internally, get stable mentally, remove all that anxiety, that stress, that depression that you have been going through, then you need this. We all need this. We are all on a journey. And that is why we practice certain types of thoughts throughout the day, which will start giving us the results that we want. So are all of you ready? Ready for the new journey? Ready for, discovering yourself? So for that, I'm going to share a presentation with you. But before we begin with that presentation, I would request all of you to start your video, those who are comfortable and in a presentable position. I would say start your video so that I know who I'm talking to. Otherwise, it feels like I'm talking to myself. I'm seeing myself only here. Okay, so it will be nice if you can start your video. Okay, by that time, I'll start the presentation. I will share it. Okay, presentation visible clearly? You can raise your hand. Those, okay, wonderful. And voice is also clear? Okay. So Rajyoga meditation, before we begin, let me give a little bit introduction about Brahma Kumaris, because many of you probably are not aware about Brahma Kumaris. So organization Brahma Kumaris, it was established by 1936 by Supreme Soul, God himself. There is no human being involved in this. And one thing I want to really clear myself about is whatever knowledge we are going to share here is actually given by that Supreme Soul himself. There is no human medium involved which can give this knowledge. So God has arrived on this earth and He is giving us this knowledge to make our lives better. So this organization was founded by the Supreme Soul. Who that one is, we'll see that tomorrow. It was in Sindh, Hyderabad, which is now a part of Pakistan. And what was the aim of this? Because we all are going through a certain kind of anxiety, sorrow, depression, and lots of mental illnesses. See, for the physical illnesses, we have enough doctors and surgeons who are like really experts. But what about mental illnesses? And mental illness is not about those, big ones. We are not talking about big ones. We are talking about small, small tensions that we take, small, small expectations that we expect from people, and when they don't get fulfilled, what happens? We create sorrow. So the moment we create a sorrow, the moment we get irritated for something, that is also a mental illness. See, let's say for your body, when we talk about our body, even if my hand is aching, do you think we'll take some treatment? At least something will take, no? Because even that's simple. Even if finger is aching or something has happened to the finger, we will immediately treat it. But when that mind goes and through some instability, how much care do we take about ourselves? We think, no, it's natural. No one can be happy all the time, right? So the tension is natural. The anger is natural. I have to get angry. No? So the moment I say that to myself, what am I saying? I am sick and I'm okay with it. But at the same time, what are we searching for? We are searching for that happiness. We are searching for that contentment in our lives. So the aim of this organization is nothing but living life to the fullest. You are doing everything that you have been doing till now, but with happiness. The difference is, till now, we were doing certain things, like maybe we're going on a vacation, going out with friends, going into the restaurant to get that happiness. But the aim of this knowledge is that you do everything, but you are happy and then you are doing it. So you are not expecting happiness, you are being happy, being content in life, which we call simple words. In simple words, we become from humans, we become superhumans. And what is a superhuman? Humans are always asking for things. You behave nicely with me, then I will behave nicely with you. You be nice to me, then I will be nice to you. This is what humans are doing. And superhumans, which we call Devi Devatas, which we call deities, the divine beings, they are like always giving. And what does it mean by giving? They are, no matter, see, those who are from the Hindu background, they probably know that whenever we go into a temple, no matter what kind of state we are in, no matter what we say to a deity, they will always be giving. And so we become like that. So the aim of the organization or this knowledge is nothing but we become from the beggars, the takers, to the givers. And for that, we need to be very happy, very content within. How to be that? That we will see throughout the course. So this was the aim of the organization or the knowledge. So during this 1936 to 1950 time period, Supreme Soul himself used a certain medium called as Prajapita Brahma to give this knowledge. But after the 1947 partition between India and Pakistan, during that partition period from 47 to 50, the government of Pakistan actually took very good care of this group that was doing this movement, that the spiritual movement, because they knew that they were doing something good. And in 1950, this entire group actually moved to Mount Abu in Bharat, in India. And then the center started opening to spread this knowledge that the God was giving. After 1970s, the center started opening in London, in America, in Australia, in Russia, and all over the world, which was spreading this knowledge which Supreme Soul himself was giving to be content in life. And now today we have over more than 9,000 centers in over 130 countries and 12 lakh plus regular students which study this knowledge. They meditate at home, they take certain time out, they go to the center, they listen to certain instructions from the Supreme Soul himself, they meditate, they come back and they continue with their activity. This knowledge or this organization, because this knowledge is given by God himself and we are all children of God, it doesn't have any limitations about religion or caste or age limit. Even a small kid along with his dad and his granddad actually can go to the center and listen to this knowledge, because every soul has the right over this knowledge. And when God himself is giving this knowledge, his first instruction is that no matter whoever does this course or whoever takes this knowledge, it is always free of cost, because a father can never charge his child. A father always gives knowledge to the child free of cost. And this is what we are going to do here. The knowledge is been given by the Supreme Soul himself. Who that one is, we'll see that tomorrow. There is no human being involved in, because a human being doesn't have a capacity to give this knowledge. We are here just to convey that message that Supreme Soul has given us. That's the only thing. But all of you who are fortunate enough to listen to this knowledge are requested actually to, if you want, you can take notes if you want, so that even at home you can revise what exactly we learned and how we can practice it. So before beginning the next topic, let me ask you a certain question. Just close your eyes for a second and ask yourself this question. Is it possible to remain stable, content, or happy always? Now think about a situation that has happened in your life. Maybe today, yesterday, last week, last month, which actually shook you to the core, which actually got you irritated or you got tensed around that. Now just visualize that situation for a second. Close your eyes, visualize that situation for a second. And now ask yourself a question. Is it possible to remain stable? If that same situation happens right now, do I think that I will react in the exact same way? Or do I have the choice to change my response? What do you think? What do you think? Do I have a choice to change my response? Or do you think that no, I will react in the exact same way? Now think about a simple situation, okay? Let me give a practical example. Let's say a wife cooks a beautiful meal for her husband. Okay, she takes really a good amount of effort to cook that meal. A husband comes onto the table, phone in one hand, starts eating the food. He's not even paying attention to what has been cooked. And wife keeps on waiting. Now he will say this. Now he'll appreciate it. Now I'll get some compliment. But even halfway through the meal as well, the husband doesn't say anything. Simple situation in life. We have all gone through that. And then finally wife asks, how is the food? And the husband responds, the food is good, but it doesn't have the taste of my mother. Simple situation. Now what will be the condition of wife? Immediately, the husband gave his opinion. Was he wrong? Was he wrong? He just felt and he said the truth. Okay? But then the wife, what she starts creating the thought? I cooked so much for him. I did so much effort for him. For so many years I have been doing this for him, but still this is what I have to listen to. No one loves me. No one accepts me. And all those thoughts start going in her head. Now you answer this question to yourself. Situation is outside, and I expected that situation to be in a certain way, right? I expected that he will give me a compliment. That's my expectation from that situation. But that doesn't get fulfilled. Now, who is creating those thoughts of disturbance? Is it that husband who is creating the thought of disturbance, or is it that wife creating the thought of disturbance? What do you think? What do you think? Any situation you think, now you go through that situation right now, which you have just visualized. In that situation was outside. Who was creating a response to the situation? I was creating the response to the situation. But situation from outside, response from inside out. Correct? Between these two, we always have a small box which we ignore, and that box is a choice of response. That box is a choice of a response. Any situation demands a response, but how to respond to that situation, who decides that? Is it that situation which decides it? Or is it that I, the individual being, who decides that response? Simple. Let's say I'm wearing this white kurta, okay? And I'm going out somewhere. Now, certain person comes in front of me and says, this kurta doesn't look good on you. You look a little bit fat in this. Okay. Now, I like white kurta. I feel that I look good in this. Does it mean everyone has to accept that I look good in that white? Does it mean that? No, of course not. Everyone has their choices. Is that right? Everyone has their choices. But the moment he comes in front of me and says this, that, okay, you look a little bit fat in that kurta, what will I start thinking? I will start criticizing his way of dressing. I will start saying, this one always criticizes me. This one doesn't love me. No one accepts me. All these thoughts I start creating within. He just gave his opinion, but I changed that opinion into criticism because this is how my mind is programmed. But the moment I realize I have two choices in this. One, I will go with the old way of thinking. And that old way of thinking is nothing but he's always criticizing me. He doesn't love me. Second, I will say, that's okay. That's his choice. I like this. I feel good in this. It doesn't matter what others think. Which choice do you think is better, first or second? Which choice do you think, first or second? Which one do you think is better? What do you say? Okay, people are actually typing here. Let me see the response. Okay, that's very good. We have this second choice. Most of them are writing second choice is better. But which choice do we take all the time? The first one. The first one. And that is where the issue lies. The moment I say that I have this choice and I know that I can change my response to that situation, half of the battle is won. Half of the battle is won. But we have programmed our mind in such a way that the moment he says that this is not right for you, I have to respond back in the exact same way. Then I'll start criticizing his dressing sense. Simple. Then I'll feel better. Most of the times, even today, in today's world where there is a life of Instagram and social media and everything, why do we post on Instagram most of the times? Why do we post on social media most of the times? To get that approval from others. And we think that when I get approved from others, I am happy. That is the biggest wrong misconception or biggest wrong belief system that we have. It's the biggest wrong belief system. That my happiness depends on someone else. And this is where we need to change our thinking pattern. Situations are outside. They will always be outside and they will keep on happening in our lives. Sometimes it's with relationships, sometimes it's with wealth, sometimes it's with my own body. Today I was feeling very good. Tomorrow suddenly something happens. I go to a doctor and doctor says you have cancer. What will be my condition at that time? I will lose hope in life, hope in living. But you all have seen these certain cases where nowadays cancer is curable, or any disease. Actually, the most of the diseases are curable. But most of the times, it's our mind. When it gets weaker and weaker and weaker, it actually starts affecting our body. It starts affecting our body because it is said mind over matter. Matter is body, and that mind that I think. So situations will always be outside, but I am the one who is creating that response. And when I am creating the response, how many of you think that I have the choice of response? How many of you think, do we have the choice of response or no? What do you think? So every time we can choose what we want to think, what we want to feel. That is our choice. That's our choice. So no matter what the situation is, if I change the programming of our mind, it is possible to remain content or happy. So situation outside, but my state of mind is in my control completely. People are outside. Do I have control of what they are going to say to me? Do I have control of what they are going to say to me? No. Do I have control of what I want to think after listening to them? Yes. Yes. But what do we immediately say? But he said it in that way, then I had to react in that way. No. TV remote control. We always want that TV remote control in our hands, because the moment we have that remote in our hands, we can play whatever channel we want. We are the controllers. And that is why we are always, holding that remote in our hands. But in our real life, what exactly happens? The moment we say that my state of peace, my state of happiness depends on others approvals, what will exactly happen? We are giving our remote control to someone else. I was very good at this today. I was very happy today. But this person came and he called me fat. This person, he came and he criticized my dressing sense. And immediately my mood changes. Now in this situation, tell me, who is the master and who is the servant? In this particular situation, when someone is affecting my mood, do you think I am the master or I am the servant? First or second? What do you think? I am the master or I am the servant? What do you think? Yes, I am the servant. I am not the master. Do I want to be the master or do I want to be the servant in my life? What do you think? So, I have this capacity. The moment you get affected by the outside world, remind yourself, I am becoming the servant of this situation. I am becoming the servant of this person, and I don't want that. I don't want that in my life. So what do? I take that remote control back in my hands. And I remind myself, I have the choice. What do I need to think in this situation? The moment you understand that my happiness and my sorrow, I am responsible for that, 95% of your problems will be solved. Completely solved. But we have to take that into practice. It's not just having that knowledge. It is actually taking the right kind of choice. But when do we take the right kind of choice? When we have that power. So when we want to lose weight, let's say these days it's diet and everything is going on, right? So when we want to lose weight, we have dietitian, we have gym, we have yoga, we go for walk, we go for running, all those things. We are very good at those things. But even taking that first step, who is choosing that? No matter how many people will tell you, you need to go to this doctor, you need to go to this dietitian, first choice I have to take. And the moment I take that choice, my journey begins. And so, if I want my journey of life to be happy, I have to take that first step and I choose peace. I choose happiness because I am the creator of my response. In IT world, or in even in emails, most of you are using emails, there is always that auto response. We used to call that out of office response. The moment you send message, immediately a response comes, which is not thought of. It's not typed or it's not planned. It is just a recorded message that comes. And this is exactly what our lives have become. The moment someone says something bad, immediately my thinking goes, I have to respond in the exact same way. But what is going to happen with this? Do you think our relationships are going to be better? Definitely not. I have the choice. That time also I have the choice. What response do I have to create? And that is why there is a react word and response word in English. React without thinking, response with thinking. And that is why all of us should remember this word responsibility. Most of you, what will say? What will be our responsibility? I have to take care of my children. I have to take care of my wife or my husband. I have to take care of my job. All those are my responsibility. But the responsibility word actually has a deep meaning of it. And the responsibility means response plus ability. Ability to respond to a situation in a certain way is my responsibility. This is the thing that we need to understand. I have that choice of responding in a particular way. But when the power of mind increases, that is when actually I will start responding in the right way. So take the right choice and then you will start feeling happy. But how do we take that right choice? For that, we need knowledge. So what are we going to do in this particular course? Like I said, we are going to know about ourselves and then of God, the Supreme Soul. But before going into that, let's understand the meaning of this meditation. So the meditation that we are going to learn here is called as Rajyoga meditation. And we need to understand its meaning. First of all, meditation shabda, meditation word, what does it mean? Meditation word comes from the Latin word medere. Medere means to heal. It means to heal. So, like something happens to our body, we'll take immediate medication, right, to heal. Now, meditation, something happens to the mind, we take meditation. There is only one letter difference. Body, medication, mind, meditation. And we know for the body, if something happens, immediately we'll rush to a doctor or to a hospital, or we'll take some remedy to heal that body. Because if something happens, I can't work, I can't operate. But on my mind, how much of hurt have I created? Daily something happens, I create that hurt within myself. They didn't appreciate me today. I did so much work, but they took her name instead of mine. My boss is like this, my colleagues are like this, they are always saying something about me. My parents are like this, my spouse is like this. So much hurt we create in our mind. When are we going to heal that? Or do we want to heal that? Or do we want to just continue in the same way? If we want to heal ourselves, it is meditation. Because till now, what was I doing? I was creating wrong kinds of thoughts. They are like this, they are like this, they are like this, they should change, all those things. Now I start creating the right kind of thoughts. Okay, they are outside. I don't have control over them, but I love myself. I accept myself. I am a happy being. I create right kind of thoughts and the mind starts healing. That is meditation. Simple. Meditation is nothing like, you have to sit like this and you have to become thoughtless or nothing like that. is just creating a right kind of thoughts so that your mind starts healing. The moment your mind starts healing, your thought clarity increases, your thinking capacity increases, your power of decision making also increases. And the moment my mind is calm and stable and is powerful, my relationships will increase. Relationships will get better. My power of concentration will increase. I will be free from habits. Some students have written, I have this habit of checking mobile every few seconds and I want to get rid of that. Again, why are we checking mobile every few seconds? Did I get that message? Did I get those likes? Did someone commented on my photo? Because I have programmed my mind saying, when I get all those things, I am happy. The belief system we need to change. My happiness doesn't depend outside. My happiness is my own creation. The moment we start creating those right kind of thoughts, we will be free from those addictions as well. And that is why meditation, it comes from the word medari, which means to heal. And yoga actually is yoga is a Sanskrit word. Actually, it comes from yuj and it means to have a relationship or a connection. So Raj Yoga, that word yoga actually means connection or a relationship. Raja means king. So Raj Yoga meditation, actually, the meaning of that is that it is a king of all connections or king of all relationships. So there are three meanings of Raj Yoga meditation. First meaning is becoming the king of the self. Self means king of our sense organs. Many times we are seeing certain things which are not appropriate. And we say, but we are just looking, right? What's the big deal? But whatever we are looking is getting recorded in the mind. It is getting recorded in the mind. And then you will see, you have seen certain things for a longer period of time. Your dreams will become of that quality and your sleep won't be in a good condition. Many times doctors have said that you are not supposed to eat this, but the moment I see that particular sweet dish or whatever dish, my hand automatically goes there. There is no control. So becoming the king of the self means the moment my mind becomes stable, my body will also start acting in a particular way, in a proper way. So my sense organs, currently I don't have control. Many times we say things and we say, sorry, I didn't mean it. But it has already been spoken. It's already out of your mouth. So before speaking or itself, you take that control. So the first meaning is becoming the king of the self. Second is having a relationship with God, supreme power, supreme being. And third, it is king of all yogas, because there are lots of different types of meditations or yogas in the world right now. Some are practicing only silence, some are practicing on physical asanas, but this is the yoga which actually works on the mind. So it is king of all yogas, Raja Yoga, yoga, the king of all yogas. So we are going to explore these three meanings in these first 3 days. And today is knowing the self. Knowing the self. So let's establish that relationship with ourselves. And for that, ask yourself for one question. What is required to establish a relationship? What is required to establish a relationship? Few factors. You meet someone. Think about your relationship with your spouse or with your friend. The moment we see someone, we sometimes get attracted to their aura and we say, this one is a good one. He can be my friend. So the appearance, their aura or appearance, that is one of the factors. Then we approach that person and we start talking to them and we realize our interests are matching, which we call qualities. And when the interests are matching, we take that relationship further. Next thing that is required, we know their name. And next, when we like them, we want to have a relationship with them or a friendship with them, we know where they live. So address. So there are 4 factors. Of course, there are multiple other factors, but we are going to look at these 2 relationships. One is with the self one is with the supreme power. On these four factors, name, form means appearance, third address, where they live, and fourth is qualities, because qualities have to match. So today and tomorrow, today relationship with the self, tomorrow relationship with God, and we are going to evaluate that on these four factors: name, form, address, and qualities. Clear? Is that clear? First thing? Okay. Now, take yourself in front of the mirror for a second, just through the mind. You don't have to literally get up and go there, but just with your mind, take yourself in front of a mirror. What do you see? What do you see? You see this form, you see this body, correct? You will see I'm a male, I'm a female, I'm wearing glasses, I'm looking in a certain way, my name is this, all these things we say, correct? But in our everyday language, what do we say? Let's say my hand is aching. How do we say? My hand is aching. Or do I say the hand am aching? First or second? My hand aching, first one. Second, the hand am aching. First or second? First one. Correct? My hand is aching. If I have a headache, my head is aching. Correct? If my entire body is paining today, my body is paining. Clear? I'm emphasizing on this word my. Okay. Now think about this. What are you seeing here? Mobile. Correct? Are you all seeing that mobile in my hand in the picture? Okay. This is my mobile or I the mobile? My mobile, first one, or I the mobile, second one? First one. Very good. Okay. What does it mean to say my or mine? It means I am separate and this mobile is separate. And I own this mobile. Clear? All of you, just look at your mobile. If you're listening through mobile or through computer, it's right in front of you right now. Correct? Now just ask yourself a question. Am I that mobile or this is my mobile? Am I that laptop or this is my laptop? What do you think? My, correct? It's my mobile, my laptop. Means I am separate. I am separate. That laptop is separate. I am separate. That mobile is separate. Apply the same logic to the body. I say my body is aching. So am I the body or am I separate from the body? What do you think? Am I the body? First one. Or am I separate from the body? Second one. Same logic you have to apply. Okay, same logic. You can't change now. First or second? What do you think? Let me see the responses. Okay. Most of you are saying second one. Very good. So, I am not the body. I am separate from the body. Then who am I? Biggest question. Who am I? See, have you seen, most of you probably have seen a dead body, right? Now, dead body is there and I am here live. Okay. Now, what is missing in that dead body, which is there within me? The dead body cannot scream. That dead body cannot talk. That dead body cannot listen or hear. I can do all that thing. So who is it that is listening? Who is it that is speaking? Who is it that is moving the body? That is me. That is me. And that is what we call it as the energy that drives this body. The energy that actually makes this body move. And this is, in spiritual terms, we call it as a soul. So what is gone from that dead body is the soul, which was making that body move. So let's say someone takes a matchstick or a fire and touches me with that. I will scream. Correct? Will I scream? Most of you will scream. Correct? But after the soul has left the body, we put that entire body where? In the fire, right? In the fire, the cremation happens there. Is that body screaming that time? No. So who was it that was screaming? That is me, the soul, the being. the energy, just a tiny point that was making this body move. The biggest, what will you say, the identity crisis that we all have is that we have been treating ourselves that I am this. And that is the issue of all our problems. Even these old rishis and sages and all those, gurus, they have said, only thing you need in your life is to answer this question, who am I? And all your problems will be solved. But after that, unfortunately, they wrote a certain line saying, knowing who you are is the most difficult thing in the world. And so we stopped searching. But the simplest answer is in our day-to-day activity. When we say, this is mine, this is my name, my body, my profession. So who is it that is saying mine, That is me, the being of light, the energy. The answer is very simple. I am just that point of light. I am a soul. So how do I look? How do I look? Have you heard this verse in science? In Vedas and Upanishad, in old scriptures, it has been said a soul is just an energy, and energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Energy or the soul cannot be burnt by fire, cannot be washed with water, cannot be blown away with wind. Have you seen this? Atma Ajar, Amar, Avinashi. So this Atma Shabda or Soul Shabda or the Spirit, all three are same. It's just the different words. But that is what I am. And when I cannot be, even atoms can be cut, and there are protons and neutrons and electrons and all those things. So I, the soul, cannot even be cut because nothing happens to me. So I am that energy. I am that source of light, the point of light, which is so tiny that cannot be seen through these eyes. And so this picture that you are seeing on the screen, you see a point, a small star in the center of the forehead. That is what I am. This body is nothing but just a costume. Like I, the driver, and this is my car. Driver and car are separate. Car is used to go from one place to another, but driver is separate. Same way, body is used to express ourselves, to speak, to listen, to see certain things. But who is it that is doing all those activities? That is me, the soul. I am a driver. I am a soul. This body is just an instrument. Like, let's say I'm a good musician. How do I prove that I'm a good musician? What will I need at that time? I will need the good musical instruments so that I can play and I can prove that I'm a good musician. Same way, a soul has a lot of qualities and I want to express everything that I have. How do I express? Just an energy cannot express itself. It's just a point of light, a tiny energy. And to express myself, I need this body. So why do the soul take body? To express and experience. Just like think about electricity, electric energy. In our homes as well, there is a light, a tube light is there, or LED bulbs are there. Now, why do we need those LED bulbs or tube lights? Because electricity is still there. But when we put those with those tube lights and bulbs, we know that there is an electricity. Then we get the light. If you remove that bulb, electricity will still be there, but you won't get the light. You won't know if there is an electricity or not. Same way, soul always exists because it's an energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. So soul always exists. But how do we know that a soul exists? For that, soul has to express themselves. And for that, we need body. So body is nothing but just a costume. So from tomorrow onwards, the moment you stand in front of the mirror, you are wearing two costumes. One is this, one is this, second is this, the body. But I am separate. So I I'm a being of light which makes this body move. I am the driver. This body is nothing but just a vehicle that I'm using to express and experience. So where am I located? In the picture we saw, it was in the center of the forehead. But why? Why center of the forehead? You know, for this body to move, all the signals are given through brain. Brain creates those signals creates those signals, and it gives to the organs of the body, and then the body moves. But who is it that is even giving signal to the brain? That is what I am. So when you are driving the car, you sit on the driver's seat, right? Because you have the steering, you have those controls, and you can control your car accordingly. Same way, the controller of this body is brain, and that is why I, the soul, sit near the brain. So if you put a straight line from within, from in between your eyes, and straight line from the top, 2.5 inches behind the eyes is what the seat of the soul is. It is close to the pituitary gland, pineal gland, thalamus and hypothalamus. It is close to that. Soul is not the part of the brain. Soul is different from the brain. It's just that I, the soul, sit near the brain. And so when you see from the front, this surface of projection is nothing but what we call the center of the forehead, where the soul resides. And that is why in Hinduism especially, we put tika, we put tilak in the center of the forehead. It reminds us that this is actually what I am. Even in Christianity, it says the third eye of wisdom is exactly in the center. What is wisdom? Wisdom is nothing but knowing who we are. Because the moment we know who we are, we can put that into practice. So where am I located in the body? Center of the forehead. Because when you see from, so this entire body, it's very easy to see because these eyes can see it. But who is making that body move? It is me, the energy, the point of light, which is situated in the center of the forehead. And I, the soul, let's say, why do we need car? To go from one place to another. So why do I need the body? To express myself. I have a lot of qualities. Let's say I'm happy. I want to tell that to the world. I'm very happy. How do I tell? I smile. I use this body. I speak. I share my experiences. So for that, the body is required. If I'm sad, how do I communicate? I start crying. Body is required. Even right now, we are doing this course. We are knowing about ourselves. Who is it that is speaking? I, the soul, am speaking. I'm using this body to speak. And you all souls are listening through these ears. Ears is nothing but just an instrument. But you will say, no, these are my ears. You won't say I, the ear. These are my ears. So I am separate. Am I making sense? So I am the being of light, a tiny point of energy situated in the center of the forehead. And I need this body so that I can express and experience. Because let's say tomorrow, after a few minutes, let's say you start asking a question. How do I listen to those questions? I will use these ears for that. How do you ask that question? You will use this mouth for that. And that is why soul, separate, body, separate, soul, energy. So it's immortal, imperishable, and most important thing that we need to practice is that we never die. We never die. So what dies? The one that got created actually perishes. And body got created. We know, in the womb, the body gets created. So the womb, that the body is created, and eventually it will grow, it will die. It will perish. But the soul never got created. So it will never perish. And that the biggest fear that we have in our lives is that the fear of death, which is never going to happen. Which is never going to happen because the soul never dies. And that we have been listening to that in scriptures for many years, but we never understood the meaning of it. When someone dies, actually say, may his soul rest in peace. Means the soul has already gone, right? Soul has already gone. We never say, may the body rest in peace, because we know body is being perished. It's been cremated. But the soul is imperishable, immortal energy, because energy can never be destroyed. Soul just moves from one body to another. That's it. That is death. So one place the soul leaves the body, other place the soul takes another birth. How exactly we do that, we'll see that on Thursday. But important thing is that we never die, and that is why it is even said the person who doesn't have the fear of death has no fear at all. They don't have fear at all. So I am a being of light, tiny point of energy, immortal, imperishable. I never die. I am the master of this body. I am the master of my mind. I choose what I think. I choose. So what qualities do I have? What qualities do I have? Now let's say I'll give you two options. You are stuck in a traffic jam and you are on a beautiful beach. Where would you prefer? Traffic jam first, beautiful beach second. Where would you prefer? First or second? Second, perfectly. Why? Why would you prefer second, beach? Because there is peace outside. So where do I get attracted? I get attracted to what belongs to me. I always get attracted to what belongs to me. So no matter how much angry you get throughout the day, eventually what will you say? Please don't talk to me. I need some peace. Do we say that? But if we are peaceful for 3-4 days, do we say, oh, it's been too peaceful, let's go and fight now? Do we say that? We don't say that. Because we don't want anger, we don't want tension, we don't want stress in our lives, because those are not my qualities. My qualities are what actually I like, which is peace, love, happiness, purity, knowledge, power, bliss. These are my original qualities. These are my original qualities. Because ask yourself a question. Do I want peace or do I want chaos? What do you want? Peace or chaos? Peace. Do I want happiness or do I want sorrow? What do I want? Happiness. Do I want love or do I want hatred? What do I want? I want love. That is why we go into a relationship. So all those things we are saying that I want is because I can connect with them easily, because those are my original qualities. Just like the body is made with 5 elements, a soul is comprised of 7 qualities. And so 7 qualities are nothing but knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, and bliss, power. These are my 7 qualities. So I, the soul, am comprised of these 7 qualities. And the moment I remember these are my qualities, the first thing that stops is that searching them outside. Now I don't search for those qualities outside, because I am that. And that one thought changes everything. Now never say, I want happiness. Just create a thought, I am a happy being, and you will start experiencing that happiness. I am a peaceful being, and I will start experiencing that peace. I, the soul, comprised of all these 7 qualities, and I use this body to express those qualities. Body, perishable. I, the soul, imperishable. I, the soul, act through this body. I use this body to act. Maybe I'm playing a part of a subordinate, an employee, a boss, a mother, a father, or a friend. These are my roles that I'm playing, but I am not the role. I am the soul playing that role. Difference. There is a difference. And that is why we need to understand I, the being of light, just like it has been shown in this picture, just a tiny point of light situated in the center of this forehead. I use this body to express myself, express all the qualities that I have. Knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, and power. And I create my thoughts, just like we said, I have the choice of creating a response. So, who has the choice? Not the body. I have the choice, means I, the soul, have that choice to create what I want to feel right now. And that starts with my own thoughts. My own thoughts. People will be outside. I don't have control over them. They can do whatever they want. I don't have control over them. But what do I want to create a response is my choice. Because I, the soul, am the master of my mind. I am the master. I create my thoughts. I create my emotions and I create my feelings. But it's very easy to blame others, right? This is why we actually prefer that, you know. So if someone does something wrong and I get disturbed, immediately we'll say, it's because of him. It's because of him I got disturbed. Because even in that situation, we create a thought inside that he has to change. And when he has to change, I don't have any responsibility, right? I don't have to change. But for him, if he behaved wrongly with you, for him it wasn't wrong. It was his way of thinking. It was his nature. He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. I thought he was wrong. And so if I thought he was wrong, I have the choice to change my thinking. Change my thinking. Ask yourself, the moment you get disturbed, ask yourself this question: how long do I want to remain disturbed? Ask yourself, whatever is the answer, go with that. If you say, I want to remain disturbed for 1 year, it's your choice. If you say, I don't want to be disturbed at all, and I create a thought that I am a peaceful soul, it's your choice. Which choice do I want to take? If you want that happiness, if you want that stability, if you want that peace in your lives, it's simple. Create a right thought, because I am the soul, the master of my mind. No one in the world understands this. No one in the world can hurt you emotionally. Physically, people can hurt you. But even after physical hurting, do I want to create that emotional instability? Is my choice. I am the creator of my happiness and sorrow. I am the creator of my happiness and sorrow. Now, if I say that this peace, happiness, love are my qualities, why am I not experiencing it all the time? Because I'm comprised of those 7 qualities, right? So why am I not experiencing it? Now, let's take an example of it. Let's say all of us are wearing this white kurta and we go on a journey from Pune to Delhi, let's say by train. When we board the train in Pune, what happens? We are all clean, very clean, white. The moment we step down in Delhi, after a day or two, do you think this kurta is going to be exactly white as it was when we boarded the train? Is it going to be exactly white, or is it going to be a little bit dirty? What do you think? Is it going to be dirty? No. Is it going to be clean? No. Dirty? Yes. Why? Because we have been on a journey. But again, if all of us are going in that journey, do you think our kurta, our clothes that we are wearing, are going to be exactly same dirty or different kind of dirty? Are those patches going to be exactly match with each other? No, different. How we use our journey, how we use our body, same way the patches, the dirt will be different. Same way, all the souls are on a journey. We take one body, we perform certain actions with certain set of people, certain set of souls, we interact with them. Our environments could be different, the way we take birth could be different, and then the moment we change body, we are carrying those experiences with us. So this journey has been different for our different souls. So I, the soul, have been playing different parts. Let's say last birth, I was a mother. This birth, I am this brother, a male costume. So my environment, this birth is different. Past birth could have been different. But the moment we change our costumes, with the moment we start our journey, the souls, Every soul's journey is going to be different. And during that journey, how we look at certain things, how we treat others, what experiences we go through creates that dirt on the soul. Now, soul is very clean costume. All 7 qualities: peace, love, happiness, purity, knowledge, bliss, power, all 7 qualities, soul is there. But with our experiences, we start accumulating dirt on that, which we call as vices or weaknesses. And what are the vices that we create? There is a first vice of lust. Lust actually comes from the desire. I want that to be happy. That's the lust. Second, if I don't get it, I get angry. If I get it, I create attachment to that. If I get it, I want more of that, greed. And then there is a superiority complex or inferiority complex. Both are called as ego. Both. So these 5 vices, every soul accumulates on them: lust, anger, attachment, greed, and ego. Attachment is not love. Love is a quality. Attachment is a vice. See, a mother and a child. What should be there between those two? Attachment or love? What do you think? What should be there between those two? Attachment or love? Mother and child. Anyone can type and answer. Love should be there or attachment should be there? Okay. Now let's say a child falls while playing, hurts himself. Now we have all experienced. A mother cries more than the child. A mother gets disturbed more than the child. Right? Now what does a child needs at that time? The child needs power. The child needs love. The child needs care. But if the mother is disturbed, if the mother herself is crying, do you think mother can provide those qualities that the child need? No, definitely not. So a mother loses her capacity to be a mom. She needs to give that power to the child, but she cannot because she mixed attachment with love. And we say, but my child was hurt, right? So I have to get hurt. Which actually, in other words, we are saying, if someone is in a dip, in a, what is it called? Pit. Someone is in the pit. I have to go inside the pit to take him out, which is not going to work. If someone is sad, I need more stability at that time to give him the power to take him out of that sadness. But what do we immediately say? Even between friends, even in family, we say we give them shoulder to cry. Have you heard this expression? Giving them shoulder to cry. What does it mean? We means this here is the shoulder, go cry more. No, we don't want them to cry, right? We want them to be happy. We want them to be happy. And for them to be happy, we need that stability within. So when we take, let's say a child is hurt and a mother, she has this awareness that I am a soul playing the role of a mother. And this is also a soul on a journey playing the role of a child. The moment this awareness comes within the mother will say, I have to take care of this soul. I have to take care of this soul. It's hurt, right? And for that, I need to be stable. I need to be powerful. And that is when the love emerges and attachment finishes. So the moment I realize that I am a soul, I understand this is just the role that I'm playing. I'm not mother. I'm playing the role of a mother. So let me put in my best in that role. Any actor, you take Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, or any Hollywood actor, any good actor you take, no matter what role they play, they will always put in their best. So I, the soul, am that best actor. Then no matter what role I'm playing, of an employee, boss, a mom, a wife, a husband, whatever role I'm playing, I have to put in my best. And putting my best means being aware of my qualities and putting those qualities into the practice. So how do we give power to others? By being stable within us. If both friends are crying with each other, saying that we have love for each other and that's why we are crying together, that's not love, that is attachment. Because when someone is falling down, it is our responsibility to lift them up. But we fall down along with them because we're attached to them. So attachment and love are totally different things. We need to understand this difference. Totally different. It's extreme opposites. Extreme opposites. We mix them together because we don't have that knowledge. So attachment, vice, it will make you cry. Love, virtue, it will make you happy. Difference. Okay. Attachment, love plus pain. Detachment, love minus pain. And detachment doesn't mean now, oh, this is a soul, he's going through a journey, let him suffer. No, that is not detachment. Detachment actually means that I will take care of all that I'm supposed to take care of without being unstable, without being sad, without being tensed within. I'm still fulfilling all my responsibilities, but now with happiness, with stability. Because the moment I'm stable, I start radiating that power to other souls. Our relationships start becoming better. And that is why all souls are on a journey and we have all accumulated those vices, the vice of lust, anger, attachment, greed, and ego. And that is why through meditation, what do? We have to remove these vices and emerge our qualities within. Our natural language, what has our natural language become? Tension is natural. Stress is natural. Oh, I get angry very easily. And the moment we start saying these words, we start becoming that. Our thoughts have so much power that the moment we start thinking, the moment we start speaking through the body, we start becoming that. And that is why our condition is like this, because we thought this is natural. This is natural. But now when we say, I don't want that tension, I don't want that depression, I don't want that anger in my life, when I say that, I have to start creating a thought of my original qualities. And when I create a thought of my original quality, I start becoming like that. Today, let's say I got very disturbed. But I want peace, right? So, immediate my response will be, I am a peaceful soul. Maybe that time I may not feel that peace. It's okay. It's okay. Let's just create that thought. I am a peaceful soul. After some time, you'll again get disturbed. No matter, no problem. Again create the thought, I am a peaceful soul. And the moment you start creating that thought again and again and again, it starts becoming your nature. In science, it is called as neuroplasticity. Our neurons have this network which is programmed in certain way, which makes us react to a situation. And the good news is that our thinking pattern, when it changes, it actually changes that programming within the mind. It's called as rewiring of the brain. Rewiring of the brain. And so more and more we start creating those right kind of thoughts. Our brain rewires itself. It changes that wiring. And the same situation will come in our lives where I used to get angry before. It doesn't matter now. I will still respond to that situation, but with a calm and stable mind. That is neuroplasticity. You can search online. So meditation, what it does, it just helps us create those right kind of thoughts so that situations will be outside, but we will still respond to a situation in a much positive way, in a proper way, without losing the peace of mind. So let's revise. I, the being of light, I am not the body. I am immortal, imperishable energy situated in the center of the forehead. How do I look? I'm smaller than an atom, a tiny point of light. I am situated in the center of the forehead and I am the master of my body. I am the master of my mind, emotions, feelings. And what are my qualities? knowledge, peace, love, power, bliss, and happiness. 7 qualities. I already have that. I don't have to look for outside. I just have to create that right kind of thought. And that is why in Brahma Kumaris, when we greet each other in the outside world, we say hello, hi, all those things. But in Brahma Kumaris, we say to each other, Om Shanti. Om means I, the soul. Aham Atma, I, the soul. Shanti means peace. So the moment I say Om Shanti, it's not a mantra that we are going to recite every day. No, it is being able to stabilize ourselves in that mantra. Stabilize. So when I say Om Shanti to you, it means I remind myself I am a peaceful soul, so are you. So what is the energy that flows between us now? Earlier it was like, oh, this one is an angry person. Oh, this one always comes late. Oh, this one gets irritated on small things. The moment I start creating that thought, that is the energy I'm radiating to other souls. But the moment I say Om Shanti, I am a peaceful soul, it means I radiate peace. So my every relationship that I go through will have that peace within. So Om Shanti, it means I am a peaceful soul, so are you. So what are we going to do until we meet tomorrow? We are going to pay attention on the self and remind ourselves that I am a peaceful soul, no matter what action we are going to do. Now let's say if you get disturbed, today I'm feeling very sad, I'm feeling, distressed, I'm feeling depressed, or someone says something to me which probably disturbs my mind. Just remind yourself, this disturbance I am creating. No one is responsible for my disturbance. I am the master of my mind. I choose peace. Possible? How many of you think that it is possible to do? Only for 24 hours you try this out. Okay? Possible or not possible? You can raise your hands. Okay. So what is the homework? The homework is, no matter what happens, remind yourself, I am the master of my mind, my hurt, my sorrow, I am responsible for it. So I have a choice whether to create sorrow or whether to create peace, and I choose peace. Okay? So let's do that for next 24 hours. This is your homework. Try it out. Okay? Every time you just have to remind yourself, I am a peaceful soul. No one can disturb me. I am the master of my mind. Clear? Okay. So we are going to meditate for 10 minutes now, just 10 more minutes. And in that meditation, I want all of you to sit relaxed. You can open your eyes, keep your eyes open. See, you can look at the screen so that it's easier for you to visualize. And whatever thoughts you hear at that time, all you need to do is create those thoughts that you are listening to. Okay, that's it. Your mind might wander. That's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. But bring it back. Just instruct back again to your mind. Not now. We'll think about this after some time. For now, let's just look at the screen and listen to what this meditation says. Okay, and I'm going to send this meditation on a group that we have created so that you can practice that tomorrow also in the morning. Once you wake up, practice that for 10 minutes. And in the afternoon or in the evening, also you can practice. Clear? Okay. So let's just sit back, relax. You can keep your eyes open on the screen and enjoy this meditation. Sit back and relax. Make your body comfortable. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Feel that your body is relaxed. Now ask yourself a question. Who am I? Am I this name? Am I this profession? Am I this role that I play throughout the day? Or am I this body? As I reflect, I realize I am none of that. I call it my name, my profession, my body. Then who am I? I am a being of light. I am a soul. I am the master of this body. I make this body move. This body is my vehicle, and I, the soul, am the driver. I look through these eyes. I listen through these ears. I speak through this mouth. But I am separate. Situated in the center of the forehead, I am an immortal energy. I will never die. With this awareness, I become free from fear. I visualize myself a tiny point of light, like a star, sparkling in the center of the forehead. I am the master of my mind. I create my own thoughts. I know that no situation, no person can control what I think, what I feel. I am the creator of my thoughts, emotions, and feelings. My happiness and my sorrow is my creation. I have a choice whether to create happiness or sorrow. Peace, love, happiness are my natural qualities. I visualize through the center of my forehead. I radiate peace. I am a peaceful soul. With this one thought, I experience peace within. Just like me, everyone I meet or interact with is also a soul. Every soul on this planet is full of virtues. Just like me, they are also peaceful beings of light. This awareness brings peace in our relationships. Every soul is different. They are playing their part on this world stage. They are not wrong. They are just different. I accept everyone as they are. This energy of acceptance makes our relationships strong. I am a happy being. I not only feel that happiness within, but I also spread that happiness everywhere I go. So today, let me practice this soul consciousness. So I just remind myself of my true identity, and I look at others in their true form. So with this soul consciousness, I know for sure my day is going to be filled with peace, love, and happiness. I am a peaceful soul. Om Shanti.